So here I am back in the garage. It's a nice day out, but after I showed you last time a video of my backyard with the French drain I just installed, and we're moving that Mount Digmore out front to get the driveway set. Gonna stop for a bit and come in here because it's starting to drive me batty. I can back in here no problem. That's what I like to do, back in. But when you see that, and I can't find my things, it's driving me crazy. Plus, I thought I'd give my body a little bit of break because I literally dug for 3 days straight. Anyway, the idea is to get some tools up. I've got a pegboard to put up, and if you remember when I had to demo quickly my laundry, I have a cupboard from there that I might bring out and install over here or over there. I am also, my kid's toboggan is up with some storage I put up there. I'd like to put some things up. I've got this just for now, but I'd like to get some more of that board to put up there so I can do some storage up over. And if you remember my previous garden shed, I created a lot of ways for the tools to hang. So I will be getting a garden shed at some point, not right now because I want to finish the backyard, obviously get grass growing and get that situated with water. But I've hung up some ladders, but definitely need to make a better use of this. So I'm gonna set my brain to it. I've got all this lumber stored here. Yeah, just do some better things so that I can kind of think straight. I don't know if that makes sense for some of you. I know you get it, but got my food bin for the pets and my recycling out here, my boot storage, but my ramps are kind of in the way. I'm thinking about getting those up because I don't use those often when I do my oil change and car repair stuff. So yeah, let's do something about this. It's also annoying. I hate to complain, but there are staples sticking through everywhere that I'm going to have to take my cutter and cut off so that I can make use of these spaces in between. You know, I've got like my folding chairs and stuff, and I'm worried about my kids or myself catching my hands on them. But a little disappointed that the builders left all that sticking out. Like they completely missed the studs. They're smack in the middle. So yeah, got to go through and cut them all off so I can make use. Okay, so you're seeing I'm back in the garage. I know this is flip-floppy, but it's raining. I come inside. It's sunny. I go out because that's the time of year in Ohio. We have a very short time to do outdoor work, so I got to make use of every day. While it's been washing away my grass seed outside, I'm back in the garage here trying to make sense of organization because I don't want to build the shed yet because, or even buy one, whatever, because I want to make sure the yard's ready to go, so I have to make storage in-house. I brought this white shelf out, if you remember showing you my entry and how I started redoing that. And I have those drawers that I'm going to be getting rid of, but I said, this makes no sense. I have the stack of shelves in front of the between the stud storage. So I'm just going to use the stud storage, get rid of the shelf, and then I have more floor space in here, which makes more sense. And I'll be hanging up my landscaping tools and different things like that again until I get the yard ready, then a shed, and so on. So this all takes time. I'm sure you all know this. If you've ever lived anywhere for a while, you gotta take time to do all this. But it's helping me feel sane that I'm getting the stuff hung up, my pegboard, my tools up so I can find it, not in a box. So if you just see what I'm doing, I'm using the scrap that they wanted to throw in a dumpster from building the garage to build all this. So it makes sense to me that, hey, use what I got. So let's go. like I won the lottery. I've been looking everywhere for these things packed in boxes, and a lot of this stuff has been in my daughter's garage, so I had no idea, but I'm like, I need those hooks, and I couldn't remember. Did they go in the garage sale? Because I was just sick of stuff. I found the 3 random hooks that were out of the box that I had used before, but I needed these to hang stuff up, so yes. Had to share with you another make do. If you've seen before on my blog, I made this tent from my miter saw, which you can buy them for really expensive, or buy a baby tent and adapter. I have the blog post link how you can create a miter saw hood like this for yourself, but it requires, for a return suction, I usually have a shop vac. I don't have one at the moment, so I'm using my household vacuum stuffed under there so I can suck up and not create a whole bunch of dirt and dust in here. Woo! Can you tell I am relieved? Oh my goodness, to have the peace of mind. Let me show you what's going on in here. You saw that I made use of all the scrap wood from building the garage by just building in these shelves, and I know you probably can't tell, but I had to take the 2x6s and just notch out so I can use that space back in there. And I'm not done with everything yet, but man, to just see everything here. I only have one more thing at my daughter's garage. That is my hammock, because I plan to build for that. I added my cord storage here. Kids' balls just fit in nicely. They got the pet food, the recycling, helmet storage, which if you remember from my previous blog post is just 1x4 with those foam paint sticks. Foam paint brushes. I saved the handles and then I used them here. And down here is my boot rack, which again was using different dowel from rake handles and things that I had left over. I maybe bought a little bit. But up here I wanted to show you was again more scrap lumber from the pallets that the stuff arrived on from my garage. Cut at a 15-degree angle on my miter saw and just slides on. It took a lot of time for these things just because I would put it up and see how it would fit in there and how high I wanted it to be. I've got my mower, which is in here for now. I'm still hoping to either at least build another bike shed. I also have a bike shed on my previous blog, Prodigal Pieces, that I'm switching to Living Real with Larissa. But again, just a little shelf here for the gloves, and I've got this with my rusty nails, with my rusting recipe. Just have these from forever ago stuck in there. Again, more storage for tools. This is just a piece of scrap wood with my pocket hole made there. Tucked in tools wherever I can. This is just my hooks. I wanted to show you my ramps. Let me take a second, see if I can get this with two hands here. That is just a piece of lumber with a piece of scrap wood to just clip on the lip of the ramp. So that I need an oil change. I need to do my oil change here soon, so that'll come in handy. Over here, again, use just more scrap. But then I have a bungee where it's just attached to a little screw so I can keep my folding chairs in, and I have one on this ladder so it doesn't tip if you know, somebody bumps it and so on, because it's a tight fit in here. I still have all this scrap lumber left from the garage build that I'll be using for different things coming up soon. Again, storage, more. This is just my like grand central of all my nitty gritty stuff. This is my benchtop planer that I have under the box to keep it clean, and it's on this island. I got it at the thrift store one time. This is a folding island. It's a nice little, has my tile saw on there and on my other tools, and then again my pegboard with all my accessories there. Can find all my stuff, still got my vacuum stuck up in there. We'll be putting it back in the house, and Deborah down there is going to help me take down a tree out back. Tools, miter saw with the hood. This is the cabinet that came out of the laundry area. I haven't done filling it yet, just kind of tuck some stuff in there, and there's some little more things I want to add, but just super excited that I have this space where I don't have to dig through boxes. I don't have it in my house everywhere, tripping on it, causing an issue, and I can see everything. My car, I back right in, right up the hill around there, and I'm just pleased as punch to have this done. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're feeling inspired. Maybe do a little spring cleaning, get yourself situated so you can know where all your stuff is. And literally did this on the smallest of budget. Just took some time. All right, until next time.